All right, everyone. Welcome to Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas. I'm Joshua Jacob. On today's show, we have a very special guest. We have singer, songwriter, producer, and guitarist Jay Alexander Price. So, welcome, sir, to Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time and being
Mhm.
flexible. And here we are getting to know your story. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, before we start, let's get to know you. Just kind of how you started at an age when you were probably young, when you got into music, playing guitar, learning guitar, and all that, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm originally from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah, I came out here to Southern California about 8 years ago, just to,
Oh, I love Cali, bro.
huh?
I love Cali. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing out here. Well, and I
Oh
came
yeah.
out here and I wasn't planning on staying, but got a job, was like, oh, I'll stay for a little while, a few months, year tops, and then just fell in love with it over time, of course.
That's what
So it's
happens.
been 8 years now, and I love it. Got a life here, so it's great.
That's
But
awesome, dude.
yeah, I grew up. My dad he lives in Memphis and he's a guitar guy. So
Oh, yes. Okay.
growing up, I'd always watch him play guitar and just be mesmerized. And it's funny, I tried to pick it up a couple times over the years as a little boy. From I think the first time I was probably about 8 years old, they got me some lessons, and they're like teaching me how to play "Mary Had a Little Lamb," and I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this. This is not
I want to
fun.
play some Metallica, man. Yeah.
Well, what's funny though is that is how I actually did start.
Oh,
So that
really?
was
Oh,
my first
cool.
experience with guitar lessons at age 8, and I was like, I don't like this. So then I tried again at 14, and I got a guitar, an acoustic guitar, and my mom said, she's like, if you learn how to play Blackbird by the Beatles, then I'll buy you an electric and I'll get you guitar lessons
Oh,
again.
shoot. All right.
And I
I
was
like
like,
that deal.
all right. So I learned
Yeah.
how to read guitar tablature, and I don't know why, but at age 14, I was just like, this is it. And
Man.
it took me probably about a month, and it was like every day after school, I was just like, tink, tink, super slow, but I
Yeah,
learned it.
yeah.
And then
That's
she was like, all right. And she got me guitar lessons, and right away started teaching me Metallica riffs. And
oh man.
yeah, it was great.
That was also Stairway to Heaven. Was that part of it too?
That was one that dad actually taught me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a classic to
So
learn.
then once I did pick
Yeah.
it up, that was cool too because it was just another opportunity for my dad and I to connect and to have that. So yeah,
No, that's cool, man.
and then he went back and he taught me how to play like some Yes songs by Steve Howe and
Oh yeah.
Chris
Yes. Yeah,
Zeppelin
dude.
and Ozzy Osbourne, Randy
Oh
Rhoads,
yeah.
and stuff like
What
that.
I'm trying to think what song from Ozzy. Was it
It was Diary of a Madman, dude. Have
really?
you ever
Wow.
heard that one?
Yeah, I've heard of that one, but I was thinking of like something. Wasn't there a song called like Mama Cry or Cry Something Mama?
Mama, I'm coming home.
Okay, that one. Yeah. So I mean that's isn't that
Yeah,
something people usually learn?
yeah, definitely. But
Yeah.
Crazy Train, stuff like that, of
Oh
course.
yeah, that's definitely a classic to learn.
Yeah, but he
I,
taught me some of the more niche stuff.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm all talking like I play guitar. I play drums. I'm like,
Oh, you
oh yeah,
do?
that's easy to learn. Oh yeah. I'm like,
Drums
what do
are
I know?
tough. Drums are tough for me though, man. Yeah.
Really? Oh wow.
Drums are tough for me, dude. So I've been in the studio actually the last 3 days working on my first EP, Blood
Oh
Moon.
really? Oh
Yeah,
sweet.
I'm
Man, we're
super
already jumping ahead on that.
yeah, I'm super excited about that. But we've been programming drums for the last few days just to kind of get an idea of what we want the drums to sound like. But talking to the producer, it's always like, what if we did like a brooch, like a brooch? That's like typically my go-to. It's like that's all I know is like brooch or flan. So
Okay. So these are so what you have in the studio is electric like
yeah.
generated drums or you actually have a set?
They're actually electric generated, and then we're gonna go through and just humanize it all and
Oh,
everything.
cool. All right. Nice,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
So from that journey with your dad teaching you and some other lessons like that, and then to the point you're just like, okay, what about songwriting? How did you develop that skill?
So started with guitar definitely, and then from 14 to 18, it was just I was a guitar player. And then at about age 18. uh, I started, of course, getting into girls and stuff, and
Oh yeah.
I got into poetry,
Oh,
and
even better. That goes well with
well,
girls.
because all the guys, there was always the lead singer, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, his words are so amazing." I'm like, I should probably write poetry too. So I got it. But anyways, I got into poetry and I loved it, and I remember I had an assignment actually at school where I had to write some poems, and that was the first time, and I just like lost myself in it,
Oh
dude.
wow.
Yeah, and I wrote like 3 poems and they were way too long and they were way too wordy, but I loved it and I fell in love with it from that point and I just kept writing. I've never really stopped writing since words. And but the journey as a songwriter, I had to bridge those two, the guitar playing and the love of writing and rhyming words and
Yeah.
stuff. That took a little longer, and over the course of about 18 to 30, I just kind of like here and there would try, and I wrote maybe 2 or 3 songs in that time that they weren't great, but they were all right, and then in when I came out here to California, that's when I really started songwriting. So, and haven't looked back since.
Nice. I'm curious, what made you move to California? I mean, I know it's California, but I mean, was there an opportunity that came up? You're like, hey, I need to go over there. Or you just said, hey, well, why not just go to California?
Yeah, no, I just came out here to visit and yeah, to just kind of get a fresh start. Things weren't going great for me in Arkansas at that
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Well, we
Um,
kind of have the similar, I guess, story because I just moved here to Las Vegas back in October,
mm.
and I'm from Texas, El Paso,
Oh, cool.
Texas. Yeah.
El Paso, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. Oh, you been there? No way.
Yeah. You ever been to Little Rock?
No.
Oh, you never went to
I
Little
mean,
Rock?
I would love to go visit there. I love
Yeah,
to go anywhere
yeah,
besides Texas. That's all I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
But what I was saying is, well, actually, a different artist, actually, Crashing Wayward, the band I just interviewed, David Harrison, he actually said the same thing. He was all like, "Oh, dude, we played plenty of times in El Paso." I was like, "No way!" So that's cool
Nice.
that you and him are familiar with El Paso. So
Yeah.
that's
Hmm.
cool. But yeah, so I did the same. I came out here just because I just I had no, I was in El Paso is my hometown, but
Hmm.
there's just so much more opportunity that when you know that there's out there. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you did what you did, dude.
Yeah. Well, and I go back and visit family and stuff. I love my family, love spending time with them. I'll spend a few weeks a year with them. But yeah, it's so exciting out here, dude. So
Oh,
fun.
okay, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's another reason why I moved to Vegas because California is only 3.5 hours away, and I'm like, perfect. You know?
Yeah, I haven't been to Vegas. That's the next
Oh, you
one.
haven't really,
Never been to Vegas. Yeah. Yeah.
dude? Well, what part of California?
I'm in Southern California in Orange County.
Oh, that's not far, bro. That's like 4 hours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm actually
Yep.
going to Anaheim this Monday, so I'll be in town,
Oh, nice.
and then going to Sail Beach on Tuesday.
Oh,
But
cool.
yeah, dude, I mean, all that's like all connected.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Anaheim, Silver Beach. That's right by me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah, come out here to Vegas, bro.
Yeah. Seriously.
It's only a drive away. So
I want to go to the Sphere sometime.
yes, I mean
That,
I've never been, but just driving by it, you're like, oh my God,
yeah.
it's amazing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's get into actually. I know I'm not sure how I'm new to this. Okay, so I'm asking questions on this project, but how
Yeah.
did you collaborate with Kate Morris for Preach?
Kate. Kate's a great friend. And
Oh, cool.
so I started playing at Writers Round. I heard about it through another open mic I had been doing. They're like, hey, they got this thing called Writers Round going on. And so I started going to Writers Round and started doing some of the feature spots on it. And it was one night, I was just one of the featured artists. And I stuck around after my set and I watched Kate Morris and Kate Miller and another girl named Kate all play their songs. And they were all amazing. But Kate Morris's songs were very like outlaw country and kind of edgy. And I was like, oh, these are so cool. And then I talked to her afterwards and just told her, I was like, oh, your music's great. And I met her husband, Bram, and they
Mhm.
were both really nice. And then I think it was the next day. I just sent her a message on Instagram. I was like, if you'd ever need a guitar player, I would love to play guitar for you. I think my style could go well on your songs. And she checked out my stuff and agreed to it. And then we just started kind of jamming, and it's turned into what it is today. So,
Yeah, man, that song "Preach" is pretty catchy.
well, that's
Yeah.
her song.
Oh
I add
yeah,
a
but
chime to it. So.
did you have a hand in being part of that song, like recording with it?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
okay,
did.
cool. Yeah.
I did. Well, actually, I did most of the. I think I did all the acoustic guitar work in that song, just for the sake of time, because we only had one day,
Okay.
and it was only like a half day to record it. So I did the acoustic guitar, and I did the backing vocals, and that gave Kate more time to focus on the vocal takes. And we even had to do a little bit of compositional work with the producer before we started recording as well. So um, yeah, it was cool. And then the
Yeah,
producer,
that's cool.
the other stuff afterwards, of course, he's insanely talented.
Nice,
So
man. Yeah,
yeah,
so great job of being part of that project. That was really cool
yeah.
because I already interviewed her last month and
I watched
getting.
it.
Oh, you did? Good.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, yeah. So she was really fun to talk with. Yeah, I love her personality and yeah, but yeah, the song, especially the story behind that song "Preach," I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
but let's talk about your single, dude. I know you have a song called "Roses."
Yes.
Yeah. So what's that story about? Why just behind Roses?
So Roses is and Cutthroat, the one that I released before that. Cutthroat was my first release, and it's just acoustic guitar and vocals. And
Oh,
then I
okay.
and then I did Roses, and Roses is the one that I was a little happier with. Roses. All in all, the song itself, I don't know if it needs some more compositional work, to be honest with you. But the story behind it and the lyrics themselves, I love, and it's about loss. It's about love, of course, and loss. And it was about a 5-year relationship that I was in with another really talented singer songwriter musician, and we were engaged and all this stuff, and
Oh wow, man.
things fall apart as they do, and the
Ah,
relationship fell apart, unfortunately, and that's okay, but it took a lot of time, and you hear it in the lyrics of that song, and the opening line is seems second nature the way her kind was all but taken. And it was like, this isn't you, and like, what about the kindness? What about the the person that I knew? And then it was, and that's just all across. So then it's like the my trust in love in general. But then when you get to the chorus, it's like a light still finds a way to raise a rose from all these wounds. You hold the light in a spot long enough over a seed and water it, it could grow something. So
I like that.
yeah.
Yeah, well said, man. We've all been. I mean, I've never been engaged before, but I've had my heart broken a few
Yeah,
times, and yeah,
everybody, you
yeah.
know. Yeah,
But
and
so we,
yeah. And so that's part of the song too. It's like I say, I've been standing in the fields demanding that the grass grow, you know what I mean? Uh,
right? It's like
you
hurry up,
know,
started the new chapter already.
yeah, dude.
Like
Yeah.
God,
But it's and then the line after that, oh Lord, won't you let the rain fall? And that's where the answer is. And it's like there's a line in it, it says, um, I saw an acre of the midday sun go dark, kind regards for all this heartache. And it's like, if you think about, I looked up how many acres the sun is, and it's a lot. It's like a bunch of billions or something.
damn, really?
It's huge, and
Oh
so
wow,
from looking at the sun from Earth, if an acre of the sun went dark, you wouldn't notice unless you're, I mean, you just wouldn't notice unless you
yeah.
like have a telescope and you're waiting for it to go out, whatever. But you wouldn't notice. But it's almost like the powers that be are like, here you go, like this is for you. And I don't know if you'll even notice this. And to you, it's actually big, but to me, it's nothing in the grand scheme of things. The light's still gonna shine, and you're actually not even going to notice it in the long run. You
That's
know?
true. Yeah,
Yeah,
very true.
yeah.
Yeah, meaning like later after you heal, after
Mm.
time passes, that season has come to a closure. You look back and you're like, yeah, you realize you're healed now. You're able to move on.
That it was a chance to grow. Yeah,
Yeah, a chance to grow. And yeah, sometimes it's not always easy. And then sometimes, for those that have gone through worse situations, sometimes they don't experience that. Sometimes they find themselves very in a dark place that they want to take their life.
yeah.
And that's very
That's what,
unfortunate,
yeah.
especially situations like that,
Well, and
you
that's
know.
what the song before Roses, Cutthroat, it
Mm.
was kind of about too. It was just about
Yeah.
like the main line is I don't want to fight it anymore. Me against this mean old world, you know. And
Yeah.
it's basically about giving up, you know. So yeah, this new EP is exciting though. I'm
Yeah.
really excited about this one.
Well, let's get into that, bro. You go ahead and share about the ZP.
So this is the Blood Moon EP, and this is, I did both of those on my own, and it's a ton of work. For a few years, I didn't really play any shows, or for a couple of years at least, I didn't really play any shows. I was working with the band, but I just studied recording, and I acquired a bunch of equipment and recording experience and knowledge, and then I learned, how to do it. And then I finally did it with Cutthroat. But even with just an acoustic guitar and vocals, it was an enormous amount of work.
Oh,
And then with Roses, I hired a drummer and a violinist, Tim, who plays for us and Kate now,
okay.
Tim Geyser, and then Christopher. I'm gonna butcher his last name, but from Fine Folk, super talented musicians. But and then I took it and I edited all that and added it. I wanted to go bigger though, but I'm like, I can't. It's too much work, you know what I mean? And so I just started working with the producer. So I'm working with my friend Matt at Captain Falk Studios, and he's a metal producer though, and
Really, a metal.
he
Wow.
does mostly heavy metal and stuff. And I've actually
Okay.
done a metal song with him in the past, but I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But that's another story. But but the cool thing is, like I said, I grew up playing like Metallica and Megadeth, and then System of a Down and like all these old
Wow.
metal bands and stuff. And I played a lot of metal and Tool and like whatever. And I played in metal bands, and then I played in funk bands, and then all these different bands. And now it being singer songwriter and country and like this outlaw country stuff. Well, metal and outlaw country go really well together.
Do they really? No
Oh
way.
yeah. Oh yeah. Just yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
That's
so I,
interesting.
I went to him because he was just kind of the one person that I really know. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get in where I fit in. And man, it's coming together. It sounded pretty cool so far. So we got some drum tracks on 3 of 6 songs. It's gonna be a 6-song EP. Yeah, I'm excited.
No, that's cool, dude.
Mhm.
So I take it earlier you mentioned the title. Was it called Blood Moon?
Blood Moon, yeah.
Why why did you call it that?
Well, I have a song called Blood Moon.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do? Okay. And
yeah.
what's the story behind that song, Blood Moon?
Um, it's funny. The main line is that, and that one is just a faint love and touch, but God, it's enough. Laid out in the dirt where the sun sets once. And I was in a bad way after, my ex left me, and just was not doing well. And someone gave me a hug, and I was like, and that's where that line came. It was just a faint love and touch, but God, it's enough, dude. It was like so healing in that moment.
Oh man.
And so
So
that's what
like so they just randomly went and hugged you, or you guys
yeah,
were talking
you
about
know,
something?
we were, yeah, they knew what I was going
Oh,
through.
I
And
see.
I
Okay.
was just a coworker or something, and she gave me a hug, and it just she gave me a hug at the moment I really needed a hug. You know
Wow.
what I mean?
No, yeah, dude.
It's just such a
That's
little
good.
thing, but when you're laid out in the dirt, it's just like, wow. And so that line came up, and then and that's a lot of times how songs start with me. They all start in different ways, but often what it starts with is a line, and that's a thread, and then there's a famous poet who talks about when a poem's coming, it's almost like a storm coming through. Like she has to get to a piece of paper as quickly as possible before it passes through her, and it's like if she doesn't get there fast enough, she might just catch the tail of it, the tail end of it, or whatever, you know what I mean, and get it, and then have to write it backwards. But that was a cool one. I caught that one,
Yeah.
and then just followed that thread, and yeah.
I want to ask her, so how are you doing now after the 5 year, that you guys were together?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been 3 years, or it's been 2.5 years or so since that, and I'm happily in a very healthy relationship. And
Oh,
I'm,
you are?
yeah, and I'm a better man because of all of it. You know what I
That's
mean?
good. Yes.
Yeah. Because taking all the lessons that I was able to learn, because that's what heartache and pain and struggle. I mean, life's gonna be painful for all of us and struggle for all of us, but put in its proper place, and with a little bit of wisdom, we can use it for good for ourselves and for our families, man. And yeah, dude, life's great today. I mean, I wouldn't be doing any of this,
Oh, sure. Well,
yeah, because yeah, dude. So I feel good. I feel good.
that's
Life,
good, man.
yeah. Mhm.
I want to say, like, during that breakup, right, when she broke up with you or however it went, and during that, was it middle of the year? Was it beginning of the year? I mean, when you remember when it was actually when you guys broke up?
August. It was August at the
Oh,
time.
sure. Okay.
Late August.
So the remaining of the year, right, from August through December,
Mhm.
like, did you? I mean, it's a. I mean, I've been through it, right? We have all been through it. So it's just it sticks with you for a while,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, did you ever feel like, well, when am I ever gonna get into another relationship? When am I gonna love again?
All the way up
'Cause,
until I met my current girlfriend and future
well,
wife. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then even meeting her, I wasn't sure at first. And then there was a night, and she had told me, she was like, I just think we should be friends. And I was like,
oh,
okay.
oh
I was,
man,
but the cool thing is, I was like, I'd be all right with that, actually. I
well,
was
that's yeah.
And we had already planned a date, and so I was like, well, I guess we're not going on the date then. She was like, no,
I guess we're probably hang out now.
but she was like, no, no, I still want to do that. Let's go. And we walked around the beach after that conversation, actually.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, all right, I just got to reframe how I see this relationship. But we talked about how she used to grow the certain plant that would attract monarch butterflies, and then she would basically raise monarch butterflies, right?
Whoa,
I
no way. That's
remember,
cool.
and talking about how they would fly from Orange County down south to the Sierra Nevadas. And
Wow.
then I talked about, I was like, yeah, I feel like we're both kind of in our goo phase, like we're in the cocoon and we're not quite a butterfly yet. We're still kind of a caterpillar. Uh, and so, anyways, I wrote her a poem that night called Monarch Queen, which is a song that her and I performed together now.
Okay.
And we went on that date. And then at the end of the date, I showed her the poem, and she showed me some music that she had done. And that was it, dude.
Wait. Hold on. So she says, I'd rather be friends,
Hmm.
right? And then you guys go on a beach and walk around.
And then the
But
next
then,
day, we went on the
so
date.
when, so then you brought up the date again after she said, I'd rather be friends
Yeah, because I was like, well, I guess because we had already made plans to go out the next day, the next
for the
evening.
date, right?
And she was
Okay.
like, no, 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 I still want to do that. And I was like,
Okay. So she still wants to do that. Okay.
yeah, but I was just waiting for her to be like, never mind. But
Yeah.
she did, and then the next day, I had changed my, because it's expectations. It's like I need to not put these expectations on this girl. You know what I mean? She's great,
Yeah.
and if she just wants to be friends, that's cool.
Yeah.
Get a
Yeah.
good friend out of the deal,
Right.
and I went on that date, and I meant that, and it didn't hurt my ego, or I didn't let it, my ego or anything get in the way. And because of that, it opened up the opportunity but I did write that poem that night about the kind of hurt that I felt about it.
Yeah.
And just disappointment, I guess, about it,
Mm.
but it's like in the poem I talk about you can't hold a butterfly too tightly, it's like you got to let it go, you know. And it's really cool that the because I researched monarch butterflies
Oh,
that
you
my
did? Oh, good for
oh
you doing that. Yeah.
yeah, when I'm writing like poetry and stuff, I want it to like, make sense. So
Oh, of
one
course. Yeah.
object, and the more I learn, it's like, oh, there's a cool idea. But monarch butterflies will fly to the Sierra Nevadas and they'll roost in these oil mill trees down in Mexico. And then they'll wait. I think they spend the winter there, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and then as the snow starts to melt, the sun will come through and they'll cover these oil mill trees. So they're like these butterfly leaves. I call them like these sacred leaves. You know what I mean?
Wow, man.
Yeah, dude. So, anyways,
So when you read her the poem,
mhm.
she just fell in love with you after that, huh?
Yeah, we had a moment. We had a moment. We both knew something was up.
Wow. The
Yeah,
spark happened after that poem. Good for
big time.
you, man. I'm
Yeah,
happy for you. Yeah.
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I know this is not where I'm not on the subject of music or no,
Well,
but that's a well, kind of yeah, but it's just also getting to know you. I mean, you went through a breakup, especially an engagement. Like, wow, that's hard, man. I mean, I've never been married, never been engaged, so the fact that you've been 5 years in engagement, I bet that
mhm.
was a rough time in your life on that road,
Well,
you
and
know?
the thing that songwriting, music is how I deal with
Yeah.
all of this, man. Every bit of it. And this EP, is the whole story of that entire journey from,
Wow.
oh no, I'm done to, you know what? No, it's going to be all right. I got this.
Yeah.
Like, and to where I am today, and that's
That's
cool.
awesome.
Cool.
Now,
So
I want to ask, when is this Blood Moon coming out?
I don't know yet. I don't have a, I'm not, I don't want to project a date just yet, but by the end of the year, I would suppose that's what I hope.
Oh,
There's just a lot of work.
yeah.
We've three more songs of drum tracks we've got to do, and then we got to go redo the guitars. I'm also doing the bass guitar for all of it, and then guitar solos and vocals, and then mixing and mastering. So it's an incredible amount of work. It's the biggest creative project I've ever undertaken, but
That's
it'll be
awesome.
super rewarding. So when I do it too, I want to make sure I have everything, I do it the right way and like get
Right.
pictures, make content and do all that sort of stuff
Well, of
too.
course, dude. Yeah, and hopefully you'll get some shows after the EP is out, and you come out here to Vegas and get some shows, bro.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's some already country artists that have come out here, like
Mhm.
Chris Lozano from California. I
Oh,
interviewed him, and he got a
yeah.
gig out here at Old Red and
Mhm.
Gillies. I'm like, good for you, man. You
I know
know?
Chris is great. I almost played guitar for Chris too. I'm so busy with between Kate and my own stuff, and I don't really want to throw any of that stuff. To play guitar with Chris, I'd have to cut some of that other stuff out
Oh,
right
I
now.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
but well, dude, I really appreciate your time coming on Rhythm and Rose Las Vegas, bro. And we look forward to Blood Moon. And thank you for sharing your story too of just the other side of Jay, man. Just going through that
Yeah.
breakup, seeing,
Yeah.
and then and here's your new relationship,
Mhm.
future wife. I mean, see what I mean? It's like
Well, none of
it's
that
not a
would have been possible without songwriting, without the community of songwriters, and that community's got to be everywhere. And if it isn't, start it. You know what I mean? And I
right,
think
man. Yeah.
because of that, I was able to just be like, I'm gonna jump into this. And songwriting has saved me so many times. Music has saved me so many times, and it just will continue to do so. So
Yeah. For me, man, like one thing, yeah, music for me, um, yeah, music's definitely one of them, but my faith in God has
yeah.
really rescued me from a lot of
Mhm.
heartache, divorces in my family. My mom dying 5 years ago from cancer, and she was someone I'm very close to. But yeah, dude, music, even Christian music, like certain music from like Petra, Striper,
Yeah.
Newsboys, they really helped me, through my own journey of just on my walk, on my journey. And it's just,
Yeah.
and it's not always been pleasant.
Yeah.
So I can relate to that, man. How music's definitely a very important part, but I definitely know that my walk with God, this God, I'm like, I can only do so much as a man with my own strength,
Mhm.
carry me through the rest that I can, you
Yeah.
know? And that's why it goes back to that verse, Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous, do not be terrified or be afraid, for I am the Lord your God who is always with you. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard to remember that. And it is for me too,
So
that he's
cool.
always with us, but yeah, man, I'm glad that you're still here. You're still kicking and doing what you love, and
Yeah.
I'm
You
glad
know,
that you're happy, man. Yeah.
it's spiritual experience of the whole thing, man. And
Yeah, dude.
yeah, so I'm with you on all that, brother. So
Awesome, dude. Yeah. Well, dude, I also want to let the viewers know if you ever want to come on the show as well and share your story, you're always welcome on Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas. My Instagram is Joshua Jacob Official. And Jay, go ahead and share yours, bro. I mean, we want to have the viewers follow you and keep up with your stuff. What's your Instagram and all that?
yeah, my Instagram's J Christ Music, and that is my real name, by the way. Yeah, I don't know.
No,
But
yeah, that's cool, dude. I've never met anyone with the last name Christ, except Jesus Christ,
yeah,
my savior.
yeah,
So,
the man himself.
yeah.
Yeah, but J Christ Music is all my socials. That's it. Yep, and I got a show coming up. Writers Round is all. I am playing a live stream this Friday with Wildcat Studios. So yeah,
Oh, cool.
mhm.
Where at? At the.
Escombida. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna play Monarch Queen with Tess. We turned that song into a poem, or that poem into a song. Excuse me.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We're
Very
playing.
cool, man.
Mhm.
Nice. Well, I hope down the road, this EP comes out like October, November.
Mhm.
So I could try to see you, live. I'm trying to see people that are near my area, like in Cali here. I'm interviewing Miranda Ramos. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she's a country music artist in San Diego. So I'm heading out there
Nice.
Tuesday to interview her in person. So I'm just like, man, I want to meet more country artists, bro. Like people that just, I mean, that's the thing. I've never been so big on country, but
Mhm.
now I kind of am, and I'm learning more about it. And it's just different. It's cool. So,
Yeah, I got a few people I'll try to send your way too, for
oh
sure.
yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking for people now for April. I already have March booked, so
nice.
I'm looking for people for April, May. So send them my way, man. We'll get them on the show.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Thank you, Jay Alexander Price, for coming on. And this is Joshua Jacob, Rhythm and Roads, Las Vegas.